So let's check what's going on here.
Okay. Now, Blackware Intelligence, the research division of Bitcoin mining firm Blackware Solutions, reported a 120% surge in the number of companies.
Yeah, so it just makes sense. It's just free money for these companies to buy Bitcoin. And it's just a no-brainer for them. Because if Bitcoin doubles, and it's basically set to double if the government buys 700 million. If you have 10 million and you could get 20 million for basically low risk, would you do it? $20 million, 20 big ones.
Holding BTC in 2025. So now, think of the price action of BTC in 2025. Okay, I've got the 1 year up on the screen. Now, think of how many more players are going to get in if we can maintain this action.
So yeah, this definitely is a very bullish momentum that people are not selling at 118,000. So if Bitcoin price is 18K and you don't see big whales selling, does this tell you something? They could have sold everything. People were selling, once Bitcoin hits 100K, I'm selling everything, all my bags. That's what they were selling in 2021. They were selling BTC 100K. Look at this. We're at 120K now and people are still not selling. They're selling maybe a small portion. Look at this. It doesn't even go up and down. It's not even like crazy. It's just like staying stable until it goes up again. Look at that.
Right.
Just hit 10K extra.
Here. And the best part about it is as BTC pumps, we'll go back to the 1 day chart. Look at it. It looks a darn lot like...
So yeah, XRP is basically like the baby. It's following Bitcoin's prices. BlackRock just broke 2 million Ethereum. Like BlackRock buying Bitcoin, like the biggest bank or institutional holder in the world buying crypto. Does this not tell you that they have probably employees that are paid like $20 million to work in crypto? They probably have like $10 million per year of employees to just explore crypto and like bright minds that work for them.
With it, BlackRock just broke a major Ethereum milestone. That's right. Remember, BlackRock has their BTC ETF. Well, they also got their ETH ETF. According to the latest data, ETH.
Yeah, this is just the start. Like Ethereum is going to pump next. It's first going to be Bitcoin, then ETH, then XRP. US CPI and core CPI data will drop next Thursday. Expect major volatility. That's the thing with like Jerome Powell now leaving. Should we really care? Because Trump can literally control the US market. He can literally move the crypto market. He's the most influential person in crypto right now. I don't know anyone more. Did you ever meet a US president as exposed to the crypto market as right now? And guys, smash that like button. Welcome to the stream, everyone who's new. I really appreciate you all. Really appreciate. We have like 30 viewers today, which is absolutely incredible. But did you ever expect, a US president to hold basically millions or billions of crypto and open their own crypto institution? No. Like it is history in the making, and that's exactly what crypto is going to be. I don't think banks would allow Ripple to be a bank or close to establish one of their own. Maybe a main partner working behind the scenes and backbone structure, but not the spotlight. Yeah, that's a good point. But the thing is, they're already becoming a bank of its own because there's so many banks, and you can be a small bank and basically like just have your own community, right? That's what banks are. Anyone can make a bank as long as it gets approved by the government. So no other bank can stop it. They can literally be a bank just for their own assets. You can be a bank, but it's going to cost a lot of money. So if you have like $300 million, I'm pretty sure it can be a bank by itself.
Next week on Tuesday, well, technically this week because it's Sunday. I like to start my weeks on Sunday. Happy Sunday, by the way, crypto fans out there listening and watching. Love y'all. US CPI and core CPI data will drop next Tuesday. Expect major volatility. The only thing that could create major volatility is if we get an extremely high CPI data or a super low.
Because if Ripple is a bank, all banks would have to bow to Ripple because of the blockchain. Well, the thing with Ripple right now is Ripple is literally working with banks to make these transfers happen. So Ripple is basically going to be upgrading the system for the banks. So some of the banks that the US government wants to are accepting Ripple as becoming the next big thing. Banks can compete to Ripple, so banks won't allow it. I feel like it won't be a bank in a way where you deposit your money, but it's going to be a bank in a way for them that they have the edge. Like they can hold just XRP. So that's a very big possibility, or they can hold their own assets. XRP actually has a lot of money because it has literally billions in stock with working with these big institutions and getting paid by banks, by other banks for upgrading their systems. So it's a win-win, right? I feel like the banks pay Ripple tons of money to upgrade their systems, and Ripple and directly will get paid for this and probably paid monthly on a retainer. So yeah, it's just they will get seamless transfers, and Ripple has like a very big treasury in both Ripple and dollars. That's my opinion. That's how they have 900 employees in 5 countries. They have over 900 employees. That's a lot of employees and a lot of payrolls. So they can be a major partner. Exactly. They just partner up with a bank. But they're trying to get on the initial stock exchange, which is really going to pump it as well.
One, right? Extremely high, obviously bad. Jerome can leave rates higher for longer. A super low CPI data, we could go, hey, Jerome, you got the data. Guess what you can do now? Lower rates. Because every time we've watched Jerome Powell talk, what has he said? I'm waiting for the data. I'm waiting for the data.
That's why Jerome Powell and Donald Trump are having huge beef, because Jerome Powell was waiting for days and days on end and even months, and nothing happened. He was always waiting to see if the markets will improve, and Trump basically wants to work with pumping the crypto markets. Trump doesn't have enough patience for this. He wants to trump the crypto markets. He wants to pump the crypto markets. Sorry about my voice. I'm a bit as you can see, I've been talking for 3 hours, but I absolutely love to make content for you guys.
We're waiting to see what happens with inflation. Oh, tariffs pumped inflation, blah, blah, like all this stuff. We know what he says, right? So now with Tuesday, yep, everyone, it's Tuesday, you're going to have CPI data. I'm going to have a live stream Tuesday morning for what, everyone? For all of you out there. Top among economic indicators.
So yeah, there's always new info. I might be streaming this on Tuesday as well when it goes live. CPI data is crypto week and Senate hearing. So basically inflation, we're going to see how inflation impacted cryptocurrency and everything else.
CPI provides data about the change in the price of goods and services. That's right, inflation. 8:30 a.m. Eastern.
CPI for all-time rise is 0.1% in May. I mean, 0.1% is not even that bad. And in 2020, remember what kind of recession we had? The government almost crashed in 2020. 12-month percentage change, consumer price index, May 2025, not seasonally adjusted. So energy dropped, but food is rising. Like stuff is getting expensive in the US. If Ripple becomes a bank, I think it contradicts the playing field. I guess, yeah, it wants to become a crypto. I think the most important factor is Ripple never wanted to be a cryptocurrency, like a decentralized sort of way. I think it always wanted to just work with the technology, just like Ethereum having like these seamless transactions.
Time that drops. Big key is this. Jerome always says, I'm waiting for the data to make my decision. He doesn't sound like that. I don't have a Jerome voice, okay? Well, here's your data, and we're going to share it live. Now, right now, crypto market is still healthy volume-wise. Look at this.
Yeah, so right now the markets are so healthy. They're not going down. It definitely seems like we are going towards another pump. And it seems like the institutions are preparing for this pump to sell it back to retail investors. So literally this tells me that they're buying tons of ETH and Bitcoin.
Big ones next week as long as BTC keeps blowing the doors off it and as long as the alts keep roaring with it. We're already touched on BTC price. Let's touch on XRP price. And if you haven't, touch that subscribe button because like I said, as soon as we pass Pop-Tarts and subs, we're only about 1,000 away. I'm going to do a Pop-Tart demolition video. A demolition compilation video. All right, since we have to look.
So again, if we can hit the $3 chart, I think another whale is going to sell it again. But $5 is not that impossible in the next 3 to 5 years, perhaps next bull run. I don't think XRP is going to hit $5 this year. But next year, it's a real possibility. Like there's been a lot of people waiting for XRP to hit $10. With all the news I've been seeing, like it made me start to believe, like maybe 10 years ago, never. But with XRP having basically working with the global banks, it's not even an impossible scenario for this to happen. Like companies are buying Bitcoin, and once Bitcoin supply is getting bought up, they will go to XRP, Ethereum, Solana, Pudgy Penguins next. Probably not Pudgy Penguins, but you get my point. They will literally go where the bread is, where the money is, where the food is. And it's a very good step towards like being fully the big thing.